Hello and welcome to your astrological vibrations for Thursday, June 29th, 2017 by Gaia Blooming. I am Mimi and our energy mantra for today is I show up to nurture myself and my feelings. And that is oh so important in the astro energy over the next few days. It's definitely important always. It's definitely an important point during Cancer time. But these next few days are definitely going to be interesting. The next few days and then leading into the full moon energy, it's going to be interesting. We are being put through, I don't want to say tests, but we're being put through some levels, some leveling going on, some feeling leveling going on. So today we have the moon continuing through Virgo. The moon is finishing up in Virgo. It's actually shifting into Libra at like midnight tomorrow. So midnight, well, like 12 a.m. on Friday morning, we have that shift into the Libra moon. So finishing up in this Virgo, listening to the body, honoring the body. And we know things that happen in the body a lot of times, all the times, I actually believe, have a mental and emotional component that play a part in it. So we're listening to our body in order to know how and where to show up for ourselves. And if you haven't ever checked it out, I highly recommend the Louise Hay book, You Can Heal Your Life, because that can give you a jumping off point. If you're feeling some weird ache or pain in your knee or in your kidney or something, it'll give you some kind of direction. Like this may be part of the thought form that may be feeding into feelings that you can start working with. There is a strong element of power going on in and through this energy. We actually have two meetings with Pluto today. We have a double Pluto day, and Pluto is going to be playing a role over these next few weeks. We have today Mercury opposite Pluto and the moon playing with Pluto as well. So we have this Mercury-Pluto opposition. We have Mars opposite Pluto a few days later. And then with the full moon energy, the full moon is happening almost on Pluto. Pluto will be at 18, the full moon's at 17. And so the sun will be also interacting with Pluto. So Pluto, 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 Pluto power. Pluto looking at the shadows and the light. I have my thing going again. I don't know why. I have a strobe light on me. It seems to have to do with my hand, so, or not. I don't know. Anyways, we have to dig in to these power lessons in and through ourselves. The first meeting today actually is the moon in Virgo trining Pluto. So, where do you feel that energy of power in and through your body? A lot of times I feel my power in my lower chakras, but that is also tend to be the chakras that I have to work on more because I'm very tuned in here, but less working here. And I have, in the cards today, I have the source card in reverse, but the source card could easily be any of the lower three chakras. It's very solar plexi, but it really could be sacral or root chakra, and root chakra specifically with Pluto because it's safety and survival. And so Pluto tunes us in to a lot of survival stuff, a lot of root chakra issues. A lot of times if I want to dig into somebody's past life chart, I will look at their Pluto, the Pluto placement, and see if it's working with anything to get some ideas around where some of these past life issues may be coming up. So as the moon is connecting with Pluto, connect in, ground in, root in with your lower chakras to give yourself some stability and some foundation to move through these lessons over these next few days. This is just a reminder. That's a solid little connection reminding us to tune in, get in there. As the moon goes on, we will have the moon squaring Saturn, and we will have the moon trine Venus. So that moon square Saturn, this is where we go up to the head and we go up to these things, and this is kind of one of the things that I feel like is going to be coming up today, especially in regards to the Pluto lessons, where we've given our power away to the world, where we are carrying the beliefs of the world, the burdens of the world, the dogmas of the world, and carrying them as our own, and it's not serving us, and our body's like rebelling and screaming, no, this isn't right, and yet we're still stepping up and say, yes, I will do this, yes, I will do this. You have to recognize where you are giving your power away by doing that. You do not owe, how do I say this? You do not owe the world the shoulds of the world. You do owe the world your true source, your true vibration. You do owe that to yourself and the world. That's what you came for. But you do not owe the world the shoulds. The shoulds. If you look at shoulds, it's the same thing as shoulders. And here it is, this burden that you're carrying. You've got to look at where you are still tuning into these shoulds. You have these shoulds as your beliefs. You have these shoulds as your truths. And it's not the truth. The only truth is you, that soul, that source. And you must honor and listen to that inner voice. This is part of the worth stuff. The moon in Virgo, attuning to Venus in Taurus, working the worth. Can you say yes to yourself? Can you nurture and love yourself and show up enough for yourself to say yes to yourself? Well, it's saying there's some work for you to do around that. And here's where I think the major work is happening today. We have Mercury opposite Pluto. So oppositions are always interesting transits. Oppositions can feel like a tug of war, especially if we are playing this game. Sorry, upside down. Let me get this right. If we're playing this game where we're not honoring ourselves, we're in the shoulds and being like, I owe everything to the world, then a lot of these transits can definitely feel like this tug of war. But if we are in that balanced place of, wait, I know who I am. I know what I came for. This is what these oppositions feel like. It's very empowering. And ultimately, Pluto is for empowerment. So this is an opportunity for empowerment with this opposition. So we have Mercury attuning us mentally to what we are feeling, what's going on. We have Pluto going through Capricorn, retrograde, digging into these old structures and being like, this doesn't fit anymore. This doesn't work anymore. I am not empowered through this lesson. I am not empowered in the way that I'm showing up for this energy right now. There will be a strong mental component in this understanding. But you have to also live it. You have to speak it. You have to live it. You have to move through it. And you've really got to show up for yourself in yourself. Now, if you watched our GPS this week, Nikki pulled this card for this week, and I pulled this card as well. And she's like, what I see is this might be the floodgates. And part of this empowerment may be nurturing, showing up for those feelings. You may need to express, cry, rage a little about those times where you have taken on all these burdens of the world, because it's heavy and it can hurt and it can feel not so good. So let those floodgates open so you can find that place of balance, so that you can find that place of solidarity and sovereignty within yourself. Remember that Pluto is empowerment, but Pluto is empowerment through recognizing the whole spectrum of things, through recognizing the shadows, through recognizing the light in any situation. And that's where Mercury comes in. Mercury is definitely feeling the shadows and the light in and through this energy. And even in this card, you see the shadows and the light in this card. It is through embracing them that we can come into our wholeness. Now, this connection too is at 18 degrees. That is that 9. So keep engaging with your soul, with your source, with that fiery, passionate energy within you. This is why engaging in the morning, tuning in, okay, my root, I am safe, I am secure, I am loved, Mama Gaia loves me. Tuning into the sacral, I am this fiery being, I am a fiery, creative being. And then tuning into your solar plexus, and I have will and a way and a path in this world. My light is here in this world for a purpose. Not necessarily the should purpose, but this purpose that I set about for initially. So getting into that vibration will help move us. Now, like I said, the next couple days, especially when we move into July, going to be kind of interesting. But this is setting the stage. Show up, do this work, process these things that are coming up for you now, so that you're able to hold that steady vibration of knowing who you are and being able to nurture and show up for yourself as we go through some of these tougher transits over the next couple days. So from the yantras, burpur, the gates, your body is your temple and will give you the messages that you need to know. Listen in. Create your own celestial city within. Build the foundation with mantras, yantras, and positive intention. And that's part of this empowerment, is remembering, God, I'm thinking actually, such a simple little mantra, but it's so beautiful. And it's one that we've all been taught, although taught maybe for various reasons, not necessarily the purity of soul source reason, but the little engine that could. I think I can, I think I can, I think I can. And just for the sake of this conversation, this discussion, the little engine that could, he was in alignment with his purpose, with his destiny. That was his soul, his source that was like, I think I can, I think I can, I think I can, and I did. And so that was based on his alignment. I think I can in alignment with your personal alignment. Get yourself in that fiery focus and keep moving along into that. Keep remembering empowerment. This is transformation into empowerment. We're all going through this on some level, but there are going to be some feels and some mental things that we need to process in order to fully get these lessons that are coming up. It's a very powerful time. It's not necessarily a very easy time, but this is a very powerful time. And so remember that as you're like, universe, what are you doing? Where are you giving away your power? And where can you stand? Oh, universe. Ding! Where are you giving away your power? And where can you stand in your power in and through this? And where can you be empowered through any expression that needs to come for this transit? So, that is it for today. I still have my reading sale going through Sunday, $44, half an hour. Go check that out, GaiaBlooming.com, and I will see you tomorrow. Namaste.